Good morning, my darling dreamers. HFIC here, head fairy in charge. My name is Nilsa, but friends call me HFIC. I have a message for you. All right, and the message is, okay, now what? Or you could say, then what? Some of you have reached your goals you're going to very soon, and you could have spent, I don't know, the better part of a decade or two trying to accomplish this. But now that you have it, or when you have it, there's going to be a little bit of a void because you spent so much of your energy filling this cup, this goal. And so we have some dissatisfaction, and we have wealth. So you could have had a monetary goal like, oh, I'll be happy when I'm a millionaire, and then you become a millionaire, and you still feel like something's missing. And you're like, okay, well, maybe I'll get a second house. And you get a second house. You still feel like something's missing. Maybe I'll get a boat. And you work to get this boat. And you learn how to drive it and everything, and how to take care of it. And you still feel like something's missing. And I know this sounds like a message that's a tale as old as time. But what I'm trying to tell you is I want you to project, and especially with manifestation, what happens after that. We're so focused on this goal. The more you visualize, and it'll materialize when you start planning what happens after you already have it in hand or in your life. So, for example, if somebody is, working on manifesting having a baby, pretend you already have it. Some of the things you'd have to do after would be putting them on a waiting list for a certain private school, because the waiting list is 4 years long. So the earliest they could take the kid is when they're 3 years old, and you're pregnant for almost a year. So that's the 4-year mark that they would be ready for that school. So looking into that, for example. Now, I used to feel this way, and that's good. Sunshine, happiness, and well-being. I used to feel this way about certain luxury purses. You could have dreamt about it, in your adolescence, and then now you have it, and you expected it to feel different. You expected, oh, okay, when you're little, you always dreamt of having a Louis Vuitton, and then you have one, and it doesn't feel any different than when you had a Coach purse. All the leather gets damaged. It's all gonna eventually rip, stain, or get damaged. There's nothing magical about the extra thousands of dollars you're spending on this bag. Okay? First of all. Secondly, when you have it, it doesn't feel... not for everybody. Somebody might get it and it sparks so much joy, and they're like, this is a representation of an accomplished goal. You know what I mean? Some people, they need, it's like a trophy. I accomplished this. That's nice. But for me personally, it doesn't, I thought it would feel, it doesn't. It just still feels empty. It's just another purse. But let me tell you something though. There's certain Disney purses, novelty bags, that I have that represent my expression. Okay, so I love Disney, Mickey Mouse, right? I love horror movies. So there's a company that makes a mashup of I have a backpack, it's in black. It's Ghostface, but it's Mickey Mouse Ghostface, okay? So that was yes, I love it so much. And then they made it in pink. Let me repeat that, okay? Are we awake in the kingdom today? They made a pink Mickey Mouse Ghostface backpack that's coming to me, all right? Those things spark joy because I'm constantly feeling an expression of something that's personal to me. Leather that says LV all over it, it's not really personal. It doesn't reflect me. It has nothing to do with my life. It's a name of a company. But something that is personal, where it's hey, your love for Disney, your love for pink, your love for the horror community, it all comes together this beautiful medley. It feels good. So chasing things that make you feel illuminated, where people are like, you glow when you talk about it, you know. I'm that way with some people, it might make them uncomfortable. I'm that way with a lot of like the Halloween decks, so I do like, you know, the holodeck fundraisers, because I'm like, uh-oh, I found another one, girls. Oh no, now we need this deck, because Halloween is all year round for me. Okay, so we have pineapple, we have a reconciliation. So that could be something that happens after you start having inner joy or honesty. Like some of you need to think about the after. Okay, so with the reconciliation, if you reconcile with somebody that you could have been manifesting it, but spent, like I said, the better part of a decade or however long manifesting being with this person, and then you're gonna expect it to feel like the honeymoon stage, like every day, or you're gonna feel like, I spent so much time trying to get to this point, I'm unprepared for the after, the now what. Okay, think about if you guys are together right now. Think about what you do with all your stuff, because if you have a place and they have a place, now you have 2 toasters. You know what I mean? Now you have 2 of this. Whose bed would you keep? So if you already are familiar with them, start to think about those details into the universe with faith. Like, okay, would we keep their bedroom set or my bedroom set? Is there room in the garage for the 2 cars? If they have kids, like, all right, let's get a place that would have room for their kids too when they come to visit. They have partial custody, that type of thing. Think about, you know, look at some rings. But even then, once you have it, you're going to have it the rest of your marriage, unless you upgrade, which would be nice. So there's things that you thought would be such big decisions, like I have to pick my ring, I have to pick my wedding dress. That's only a blip. That's a little thing, a little tiny part of your forever. So thinking about, okay, because there's something you're going to face all the time, and that's like families, right? So as much as we focus on a lot of the little material things, like, oh my God, how's my hair look when I'm around him? This perfume, you know, is this his favorite perfume? Is this her favorite cologne? All that stuff is it seems immaterial once you have to deal with the bigger issues. Planning vacations, dealing with in-laws, family planning, taking care of the pets. Those are some of the things that are gonna eclipse all those little tiny details that you thought were big details. So like I said, you're gonna get to them and then be like, okay, well, I didn't think I wasn't prepared that this would be such a daily issue, or this would be something I have to think about all the time. It was just 8:18 on the clock. So I guess what I'm trying to say is reevaluate some of the things that you're trying to prove to yourself, like, once I get this, you know, like, once I have $1 million house, I made it, I'll be happy. Okay, but that was like practice. Now you want, you know, $2 or $3 million house. But is there a little part of you that worries that after you get that $2 or $3 million house that you're gonna be like, okay, some of us like need constant goals. So if you have what I'm saying, if you have a little goal, you might as well make it a big one. So your goal shouldn't be, I want this Louis Vuitton bag. Your goal should be, I want to feel like $1 million of confidence no matter what bag I'm carrying. Okay? Either you wear the bag or the bag is wearing you. You want whatever bag you're wearing to be wearing you. You want to be the accessory. You want to be that, oh my God, I wish I had that. What do people want? You want them to want your bag, or you want them to want your confidence? Do you want them to want your swagger, right? So you could be, the most beautiful woman could be wearing something from like Walmart, and people are gonna be like, wow, that is like amazing, because of how you're carrying it, okay? So try to have your goal be feeling illuminated no matter what is around you. No matter if you're living in an apartment or $1 million house, do you still feel like that bitch? Do you still feel like $1 million on the inside? Because I rather live in $1 million house and feel like $1 million on the inside than live in a $10 million house and still feel dissatisfied, still feeling like that Four of Cups energy, like, why do I feel so empty, right? If you feel fulfilled, you're gonna feel fulfilled anywhere, and then you can manifest things like, oh, I don't have that little firecracker spark, but you know what I mean. In my mind, it's there. So, we're gonna end this here. I'll start another one because I didn't want to change subjects. My name's HFIC. I'll see you real soon.